Reading Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and it says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace." I love this because I think it's really easy for us to, obviously praise in the good things and glorify God when things are going well and good and there's no pain and everything's just good. But it's in the bad things that we learn the most about Him, and we learn the most about ourselves, and we're taught the greatest lessons. The things that truly built my faith were not born in good things. They were born in the worst parts of my life and in the worst pain that I've ever been through, because that's where God shows us things that we can't find out when things are good. I don't know why it works that way, but it's true. The bad things make the good so much sweeter. And it's not that God wants these terrible things to happen, but He does promise that He'll use everything, evil things, bad things, for the good of His will and for His glory and for the good of us. And we have to trust that, because I can look back and see now that those lessons, there's nothing like them. And I'm so grateful for them. I wouldn't take back all the worst parts of my life for anything, because I know God better. I understand His heart better. Not that I'll ever understand it fully. I don't think any of us will. But I have a closer relationship with Him and a closer walk with Him because of those hard seasons. So whatever you're facing, if it's a hard thing, rejoice. Understand that God's walking closer to you than ever before, and that through those hard things, He's going to refine you and bring you forth as gold with something you wouldn't have learned anywhere else. And He's always there. He never walks us through these bad things by ourselves. He's with us, and He always will be. And Christ came and suffered on this earth, and will suffer too. But He came to give us the hope of eternity, that there's so much more after this world and this life. And look to that. It makes what we deal with here more bearable, and it's a beautiful thing. And I just want to encourage you all to remember that and face every season with bravery and trust in God.